you see his fight this weekend?
I've got to catch up on it with Perry.
Sensational.
Really?
Sensational. The best he's ever looked.
But he was on the bottom when Perry connected.
Yeah, I mean, Perry took him down, but he said to me, he goes, he's trying to take me down. I was like, shit, I'm going to let him. He said, I'll let him take me down. And then he reversed him immediately and got him in an arm bar and then broke his arm. He snapped his forearm in half. He sent me the x-rays. Yeah, I'll show it to you here.
No.
I don't think anybody's seen this. Sorry, Donald.
This is an exclusive.
I'm sending this. If I'm not supposed to send this, I got to send this shit. Yeah, we've been going back and forth. And, for him, I think it was a matter of rekindling his excitement. Here it is.
Yeah, it was a pretty emotional. But
Oh, that hurts, right? Can you see that? You want me to send it to you? Here, I'll send it to you, Jamie. Also, I think with Donald, when we were talking about stimulation and motivation, he has a son now. Yeah. He has a little baby son, and he brought his son into the octagon with him and he's celebrating with his son. He just seemed different to me. He seemed different in his poise, completely in control. The guy he's fighting, Mike Perry, is fucking dangerous. He's fucking dangerous. He hits really hard. Yeah. He's very aggressive. And Donald just handled him. Wow. And Perry took him down, I think, because he didn't like what was going on stand-up-wise. He just snapped that shit.
But you mentioned there as well with Ceronne talking about his son, and it was such an emotional post that he posted on Instagram, and I loved it. And going back to what you said about finding something that alters your biochemistry, and now that he's fighting for something, and he's got his kid. Did you think that's what we were talking about music before? We were talking about getting in his mindset. Maybe you use caffeine, like whatever it is. But something do you think is now different in Ceronne? Because
it's love.
Yeah,
the love of his children. He has something that what he said was, I never knew what I was fighting for. Right. He said, now I have something to fight for. I think he was fighting for excitement before, for thrills, because he's a thrill seeker. He's a wild motherfucker. He likes jet skiing and jumping snowmobiles off the side of mountains, and he's an animal.
A week before a fight as well.
But, yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
He does not.
But this is a different thing. What he's doing in this fight in particular, I think, this is a different thing because he's fighting for his son. I mean, he's got this family now, and it means the world to him, and he looks over at this guy like this guy's trying to take food from his family. Yeah. And he just was an efficient assassin. It was beautiful to watch. It was like, I think, the best performance of his career. And, maybe Mike Perry is not as good as Darren Till or as Rafael dos Anjos or some of the other people that he's fought in the past, but he's fucking dangerous, and he's a legit welterweight, where Donald's not. Donald could fight at 155 pounds. That's one of the things Donald said after the fight. He said, Khabib, he goes, I'm back. I'm coming for you. So he wants to drop down to 155 and fight Khabib.
Do you think he might now? Something's different, do you think? Do you think he can make a title run?
Listen, man, Khabib is the motherfucker of all motherfuckers.
Agreed.
I don't know who's going to beat that dude, but that dude mollywopped.
Askren?
Maybe, but Askren is a different weight class. See, Askren's 70 and Khabib's 55. If Khabib and Askren agreed to a catchweight fight, that is absolutely a possibility, and absolutely a possibility that Askren could best him. Because if someone's going to beat Khabib, it's going to be someone who's a superior wrestler, and Askren is a motherfucker of a wrestler. But is he better than Khabib? We really don't know, and we will not know until they fight. But I do have to say that Khabib in the training camp at AKA, this is coming straight from Cormier and a bunch of other people that trained with him, say that he trains with Olympic caliber wrestlers and fucks them up. That's how good Khabib is. Khabib he's so goddamn good on the ground. When he gets a hold of guys, they look perplexed. And I always bring up the Edson Barboza fight, because a moment in the Barboza fight in the first round where he had that 1,000-yard stare where Khabib had taken him down, he was mauling him, and he looked over in the distance like, how the fuck am I going to get through 3 rounds of this shit?
Yeah.